I'll be fed up in 2 weeks.
You know, I could kick it off with a question.
Yeah.
We could start here and then work our way. Do you know what a passport bro is?
I don't think I'm familiar.
That's fine. If you don't know, that's totally cool. Do you know what a passport bro is? No? Okay.
Guess.
No, it's fine. If you don't know, that's totally cool.
Yeah.
What about you?
No.
No?
Okay.
Well, who does know?
Portsea Lucy?
Passport bro is so.
You just say yes or no. Just yes or no.
Oh, you don't want me to? Okay.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I'll have you explain after. But do you know yes
I
or
know
no?
what y'all be doing.
Okay. So yes. All right. What about you? Do you know what it is?
I was actually gonna ask.
So yes. Okay. So what about you? Do you know what it is?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
No.
Passport bro?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what a passport bro is? It's okay if you don't.
That's a no. It's okay. It's okay to say no.
Yeah, it's okay to say no, ladies. I'm just judging who knows and who doesn't. Do you know? No?
Definitely not.
That's fine.
Yes.
Definitely not. I'm from Wisconsin.
Okay. What about you?
Let that one.
No? Okay. No. So, and honestly, I was expecting that like, and I've said this a million times because you guys always ask, bro, talk about passport bros. And I'm like, dude, like 90% of girls don't even know what that is in America.
They don't care.
So I'll go ahead. You can tell us what it is, and then you can tell us what it is too. Or if you agree with her definition. Go ahead.
It's a modern day idea that men have that they prefer to date women from other cultures opposed to Western women and American women because the way that women act and treat their man in other countries is they prefer that over American women nowadays.
Wow.
Most women.
Okay. Was that what you were going to say too, or do you have a different definition that you want to bring to the table?
More or less, just men go to other countries because it's cheaper to women in different countries because women in different countries are cheaper to maintain.
Right.
And that's
Exactly.
just
Like when guys go to Tokyo, the most expensive city in the entire world, they're like, hey, peasant.
But when men go to like Colombia and places like Medellin, and that's what you see on Passport Bros on Twitter, is men
that's
going
what
to South
you
America.
see, but it's the world is way bigger. Have you left America?
No, but my parents have been to Japan.
Do you have a passport?
Yes, I do. I have 2.
And where have you been?
I've been to, well, I just got back from Dubai. I was in Dubai last month.
She belongs to the street.
Okay.
Wait a minute. By yourself?
That's a whole other. Let her keep going.
Dubai.
Italy.
The UK.
Forget about it.
Okay.
South America, Colombia.
South America's not a country.
Colombia.
Colombia.
Okay. Mexico. Canada. I need some time.
Okay.
Because I have traveled. I have 2 passports. I am Colombian and from
You've been
the
to
US.
6 countries.
No, I've been to more.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you think that every guy that goes to these other countries?
I didn't say every guy. You're saying every guy.
Well, actually, you did.
No, I said
just calm
these
down.
guys
You
on
made a
Twitter.
generalized statement,
You
but you
calm
said
down.
that
I'll calm down when you calm down.
Just relax. All right. You
relax.
said that guys went to other countries because these girls are easier in other countries and
They're
dumber.
cheaper. I said they're cheaper. I
Cheaper,
didn't say
so-
easier and dumber. Did you guys hear me say easier and dumber? Or did I say
You
cheaper?
said cheaper.
I said
Cheaper would insinuate that they're for sale.
No. It's cheaper to date women in different countries. That means that they're for sale. You're saying that they're for sale. It's cheaper to date women in different countries, and that it's cheaper to take a woman in a different country out on a date. Depending on what country you go to. U.S. is one of the most expensive countries in the world.
That's what I got from it.
There you go.
But you were saying?
No, I'll just let it. I'll let the chat digest that.
I feel you.
Yeah, do you want to say back to that? Or?
Well, I mean, if you've been to Tokyo, it's not that cheap. Korea, China.
You know it's not that
Germany.
cheap.
Huh?
You know it's not that cheap?
Yes, that's where I live.
Okay.
The most expensive city in the world.
You know how expensive it is
Yes.
out in Tokyo
Yes.
to take women out.
Yes.
Okay, in comparison to other countries.
Correct.
Because that's how often you do it.
How often do you do what?
Do you do what? We're talking about taking women out, aren't we? Okay.
No, but he's telling you that Tokyo is the most expensive city living in the world.
In general.
The cost of living in general is the most expensive. So,
In general.
because you were saying that people go and get passports to go to places where it's cheaper to date and cheaper to do things, but Tokyo is the most expensive.
Yeah, but we were talking about dating, but I'm not going to be combative, you were saying.
That's you were saying.
No, you were saying.
Because you're saying that the only reason men go to other countries is because the women are cheaper.
I didn't say that was the only reason. You were asking what a passport bro is, and that's what I understand it to be.
In the context of passport bros, you said the only reason passport bros exist is to go to other countries where the women are cheaper, assuming that they're for sale.
Assuming that they're for sale.
Right.
We already went over this, but if you want to go back to it, we can. I'm not going to with you. I said it's more expensive.
I'd pull back too if I were you.
It's more expensive to date women. Why? Because you have an army of dudes who watch this and would suck your dick, basically.
Whoa!
That was a strange.
That's Exhibit A as to why the passport bro movement exists in the United States of America, right there. Exhibit A and B and C and D.
Hey, yo. What the hell?
She loves London.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay. Holy.
You're not alone.
At least she knows what it is on some level.
They understand what I'm saying too, but
Yeah.
they want to do that.
Who's they?
You guys.
Whatever the purple suit's name is.
I
That's
think
John.
John.
There you go. John. What's your name again?
My name is Alejandra.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I expected you to. I'm not famous, but he is supposed to be, and he
Well,
has.
you're about to be famous now.
Yeah. So only 2 girls on the panel knew what passport bros were. Do you agree with her sentiment, or no?
I don't think everybody does it, but yes, I agree with it. It is cheaper to take them out. It's cheaper to
Okay.
half of them. Some of them are for sale.
I've-
if we're
I've
being
noticed-
honest.
I've
Thank
noticed,
you. They are for sale, literally. Have you
But-
been to El Parque Lleras? Like,
Or Medellin, like you said.
Fair enough. I've noticed that you guys have made the comparison from a financial standpoint. But what about, and you alluded to this earlier, what about the demeanor and the, I guess, cultural and personality differences between American and Western women? What about that? You don't think that's important as well?
I already made that my point earlier. when
Yeah,
you
I know,
asked
but
me.
like, do you think that's more of a reason, or do you think it's with the
I
finances?
think it's both for sure.
think it's both?
Some guys, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Because I know you harped on the money part, but like you mentioned, like the the cultural differences.
Yeah.
Do you guys? So you think it's a combination of the two?
Yes.
Okay. What about you? Do you agree with that, or do you think it's just strictly financial?
I agree with her 100%. But also, I will reiterate. You asked me my definition. That's what I think it is. I didn't say it was wrong. I didn't say passport bros shouldn't exist.
I have a question for ladies here. If you could travel to a country where guys were taller, successful, give you whatever you wanted, and as well were not, I want to say, demanding, would you go there to meet those guys?
That's what Ukraine
I
did?
mean,
Hell yeah.
100% I would.
Yes or no, and then why?
but compared to what?
The guys here in America that are just want to smash and dash and say, "Oh, I love you too, baby," and then dip.
Well, you gotta ask the next person because I think all guys want to smash and dash.
All right. Let's make this simple, Fresh. You made it too hard for them. Let's say there's a magical country out there called Menumbia. Instead of Colombia, Menumbia. All right?
Bless you, Myron.
And the dudes are, most of them, let's say 80-90% of them over 6 feet tall. They're making
Why
$100K a
is height a
year.
thing? Like,
I'm sorry?
why is height a thing?
It's one of the most significant attraction triggers for females,
Okay.
statistically speaking. But yeah, so they're all over 6 feet tall in general. Not all, but like let's say 70% of them are 6 feet tall. They make good money. They're charming and charismatic, etc. Do you think women would leave the United States where guys don't want to pay for dates and are broke and fat, etc., and go to this place? Do you think people would do that?
Yeah, that sounds like a perfect world, I guess.
What about you? Do you think women
In a
would
perfect
leave?
world.
Oh, I would leave 100%.
Okay.
Height's never really mattered to me, and I make my own money, so it doesn't matter to me for
Really?
that.
I agree with
Do you
that.
make more than your guy?
I'm not even 100% sure.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
Is your guy taller than you?
He's 5'5".
Okay. Does he make more money than you?
Probably make something right around the similar.
Is he stronger than you physically?
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy.
Yeah. Is he smarter than you?
In some things, he's a producer, so
Okay.
I don't know how to produce, but can he code a website? No.
Okay.
I mean,
Chris?
We have our pros and cons, you know.
What, Chris? What, Chris?
wait, what?
You married her?
What?
Nah, man, I ain't get married, man. Fuck that shit.
With a producer, right?
Well,
He's a music producer, not
okay.
not.
would you go to
no.
this country where the men had these things?
Why I
That I
already have a
described? No,
fiance?
not you, not you. I'm talking to her.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No?
No, I don't need a man.
Yeah, we know.
Okay. What about you?
If the personality is better, absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
What about you? Would you go to this Menumbia?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What about you?
Can I curse?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Miss Ukraine?
I don't know. I'm already married.
Period.
You're gonna get in trouble.
In case the immigration officer's watching.
She got what she wanted.
What about you?
I say yes if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think, ladies, what you guys kind of fail to realize is that the traits that men look for in women aren't really abundant in the United States. Women here are fatter, ruder, more crass, more masculine. They prioritize their career and traveling and having fun over children and a family. I mean, I wrote this in my book, actually, Why Women Deserve Less. That men are like fifth or sixth on the list. No, I'm serious. They polled women, right? And women put men in like fourth or fifth place behind traveling and getting experiences, etc., as like their priority of things that they want to do. So in general, majority of women don't prioritize finding a man. So think about it. If you don't prioritize something, are you really going to put your effort into retaining it?
No, I guess
Like,
not.
are you going to actually be the best woman that you can be and protect your value and take care of a guy, etc.? If it's kind of at the bottom of your list, no, you're going to prioritize other things. And I think that's kind of shown itself in modern day society, why so many guys are like, you know what, I'm going to go to a country where a woman treats me the way I feel like I need to be treated, because women here don't necessarily want to adhere to traditional traits. But I think that the problem is that women want a guy to pay for dates, be tall, be charming, be charismatic, and bring all these things to the table. But they want to be able to say, well, I'm still strong and independent. I can do my thing. Does that make sense? I saw you giving thumbs down. Why do you disagree with that?
I don't think that.
I agree.
I kind of disagree with that because
I
guys.
Sure, we can go around the table.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We'll start with you first, and then we can walk through.
I just feel like it's so many things. It can play on both ends. Like it's so many things to look for in a person on both ends. Like as a woman and as a man. I don't think you have to go if you prefer to go to another country to look for that. Then yeah.
Let me ask you a better question then. Who has a bigger laundry list of requirements, men or women? Who's pickier?
Don't lie. People watching.
No, I'm not gonna lie, because I know some very picky men. Like I know.
But in general.
Yeah, but that's a general statement. There's.
Who's pickier, men or women?
It's 50-50.
You really think men are as picky as women?
Yes, in 2024.
Have you seen how some guys live?
In 2024,
yes. Like a mattress, a TV, and a speed dial to Papa John's.
Let's use dating apps. Let's use dating apps as an example. Are you aware that like men swipe right on like 90% of girls, whereas women only swipe right about 50% of girls? Sorry, 5% of men?
I mean, because what are they looking for when they're on a dating app?
Sex.
Yeah.
Anyone that they can get
so
with.
they're going to swipe more because it's more probability that they're going to get some coochie.
But you're missing a point though. At least that woman gets to interact with him and they can at least interact and see, because he might meet her, say, oh, I just want to this girl, and then be like, oh, she's actually not a dumbass. I like this girl. And then it could go into something. At least they get the opportunity. Whereas like what I'm saying on the other side, the women swipe left on 95% of men. They're not even getting a chance. So who's actually pickier?
Okay. When it comes to a dating app, yes, because there's all types of finicky things happening on a dating app. So yeah, we're going to be picky on who we swipe.
That's precisely my point.
But that's on a dating app. Think about in reality, in real life, men are actually just as picky as women in real life, not on a dating app.
Okay, that is not true at all.
You guys don't like girls if they have ugly toes.
No, see, that's a female thing right there.
But it's a thing.
When's the last time a guy told you, or show me a guy that goes up to a girl like, you know what? I don't want to take you on a date because I don't like your toes.
Bro, probably my ex.
Your ex, but he was with you.
So smash though.
Yeah, but he was telling me that about other
ex.
girls.
You guys dated.
It's smashed though.
Yeah, because he
So
liked
you got
my
an opportunity.
toes. He liked my toes. But he would tell me that was a thing. Like, guys are picky
He
about
told you what you wanted to hear to make you feel good.
Yeah.
whatever, bro.
He will smash anything.
Literally. I think
when it comes to smashing, that's what I'm saying. That's the thing.
Anything. That's why girls
But
get
when it
cheated
comes
on
to
all the
dating,
fucking
though,
is
but when
one
it
thing
comes
and
to
dating is
dating,
another.
exactly. Thank you.
Is different.
Let's stay on the topic at hand. Remember, I told you guys
Two
about
different
why
things.
men are going to other countries.
What was the question
different
again?
things.
Yeah, so let's not
dating
go
or-
ahead. Let's not just
What was the
revert this.
question?
Let's do that first. For dating or for
One at a time.
No.
Yeah, I feel like that
Yeah.
matters.
separate that first.
For dating or because you could anybody.
They're picky on who they date.
Right. Who they like fall in love with. Yeah.
Ladies,
or who they want to like.
we were
wipe
talking
up.
about why men are leaving the United States. That's how the conversation started. And
For
you guys,
dating?
and I gave you guys specifically why men are leaving and going to other places to find these women That's how the conversation started. And some of you disagree with the points that I stated as to why the men are leaving.
For dating or for let's
For both.
let's
For both.
separate that first.
For both.
Both.
Okay.
For both. So I saw that you had disagreed with what I was saying. You were putting a thumbs down, and because I was just explaining why men are leaving. I mean, go ahead. What do you want to say?
For sure. I feel like they're
Merch.
leaving because they can get it for an easier check.
Period.
You said
That's
get
the
it
tea.
easier, like easier what?
Easier check. Like, how
Yeah,
to
like
like
what she
cheaper.
was saying.
Like, it's more inexpensive.
Yeah, of course, that's
More
a component of
convenient on
it.
the
But
pockets.
I think you guys are really focusing a
And
lot.
no,
So it's
That's
more,
a big
it's
one.
more
100%.
inexpensive in the UK
Was she
or
saying something?
Germany or China or Korea or Japan. All these other first world countries.
What they're looking for,
You're
they're
choosing,
not
like-
looking for love either. They're looking for money.
Then why are they getting? Wait, who's?
It's just
John.
projections.
Wait, what?
John, do you think?
Wait, hold on.
They're looking.
Wait,
They're looking for money.
who's they? We're talking about men looking for women.
But listen, you're talking about men going to different countries
Yes.
to look for love, because in other countries
Women are
there's not
looking.
as much money.
So she's saying that like the
There's more
women are gonna be
receiving. They get to
more,
save
like-
more.
They're
She's
gonna be
literally
more
saying they
accepting.
get to save
Here,
more.
No, and that's
get what
that's
she's
that's
saying. She's literally
fantastic.
saying that
but
they're
I
saving
literally
more.
just explained to you
Oh,
that,
my God,
and I'll let me just summarize it one more time for you.
Here we go.
I understand
Here
that
we
you
go.
guys are talking. Excuse me.
Continue.
You were saying here we go. Like what's?
Continue.
Because you didn't actually attack my point. You went right to the financial when I was very explicit in saying, well, there's other
Continue.
reasons too. Like I was talking about the personality differences and the cultural differences as to why the men are leaving. You're honing in on the money,
but
which I
listen,
addressed.
a lot of females, they're not looking for love, they're looking for money in other world countries.
Of course.
Okay.
But at least, because women in America are looking for money too, right?
And there's not as much money in other countries.
Yeah. I think
That's
all
why
women
men
wanna
go.
be-
But hold on.
Financially stable.
The women here are looking for money in the United States as well, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so
The fuck?
it's everywhere. So if I'm gonna spend my money, is it better for me to go ahead and get with a girl that at least I'm getting a return back on my investment, where she's actually a woman, she's feminine, she's submissive, she listens to
Wow.
me, she doesn't give me a headache, etc. If all girls are looking for money, which you just said, which
But
is true,
listen, but
which is true,
listen,
hold on,
but listen,
which is
okay.
true, I agree with you, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Yeah.
I think women should look for a guy that can support them.
Security.
It is a component.
But and
regardless.
that's fair. It's a biological trait. I'm not on women for that. What I am saying is at least the man gets something in return where he's getting a lady versus another version of him. I'm saying a lot of American women are masculine. So why am I going to pay top dollar for a girl that behaves like a man when I can go to another country where she has cultural differences, she understands masculinity, she
And you
understands
pay
being a lady?
like $2.
I think that also
So
goes with
where's your
preference, too.
respect?
$2.
Okay, so we're paying
I think it
$2
goes
for
back
what
to
exactly?
preference.
What are we paying $2 for?
$2 is crazy.
Y'all
You
think
get
with
tipped
their
$2 at the
$2
strip
so
club.
wild.
Well, these girls aren't. You're not,
No,
you're
I
not
get more
walking
than
down. You're not
$2.
walking
I
down
get way more
Skyline
than
and
$2.
hey,
Y'all
you got
fucking
$2
way
you want
I get way
$2,
more than
baby.
$2.
$2 Tuesdays.
I don't know.
Like that's
Yeah, I just don't think you see my perspective that
Do you have a passport?
money is a component. However,
I think it's preference.
Yeah, money is absolutely a component. There's nothing wrong with that for women wanting a guy that has money. But what I'm saying is that at least the women have cultural differences that are more conducive to a successful relationship. She knows her place as a woman. Versus in America, right? Women think that they can behave and act and treat you like a man. Does that make sense?
But okay, so you're saying treating you like a man. Where like
she behaves like a man.
Yeah, like she's the man.
Like
yeah.
she's
I don't
not
act
a
like a
soft
man,
girl,
so
pretty
I don't
much.
know.
Like
who
she's
you're talking about. That
alpha,
doesn't
not
apply
behaving
to
like a
the-
man. Like she's alpha.
I-
Say that.
I wasn't talking about you specifically. I was talking in general. This is a Western.
Right.
It's a Western phenomenon. There's a reason
Okay,
why
well in
guys.
general, okay.
That's a masculine trait right now that you've been
Yeah.
constantly interrupting,
Cut 'em
etc.
off. Continue.
Being non-agreeable, which is cool. That's fine. But understand that these are masculine traits.
But what's wrong with that?
It's annoying.
So we don't want it.
Okay, but why?
The
It's
same way
annoying.
you don't want some feminine ass to date you.
True, 100%.
Thank
but
you for
don't.
proving my
sassy
point.
man.
But do you?
Next question.
But do you want somebody who?
That's the next one. That's checkmate.
No, because that's not even fair. You're just.
Oh, it's not fair now.
It's not
but,
fair. We're-
But do you remember we asked earlier if you could have the perfect guy in Namibia land, wherever that is. You go there, right?
Monrovia.
Yeah, I said yes.
Same thing here. Us as guys dating in America is like, yo, this is crazy.
But I'm just trying to understand actually why. Like, what's wrong with a woman speaking up for herself? Like, what's so annoying about it to you?
What he's saying, it kind of comes off like you want a submissive woman that'll do anything that you want. I'm not saying that's what you want.
Yeah, that's what it comes off as.
For the girls, it kind of
Who's coming off? Who's coming off as saying that we want submissive?
I'm just saying some of the girls like.
Someone said it was annoying.
Sorry. Yeah, some of the girls, it comes off kind of like that. Not saying that that's what you want.
Yeah.
But it kind of comes off that way, you know. And the other point that I had is
what
like.
did we say that said that?
It's fine. Let's let her get her point. I said that's because men go to these foreign countries because the women are more submissive.
Go
ahead.
It comes off,
I said that.
It just
go
comes
ahead.
off that way.
Because I know you had been trying to talk for a bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the other point was that so men, like in America. They normally they focus more on their career and they want the woman kind of like to support them, which is great. They should. And
you really think that's great?
To support men?
A woman supporting a man financially?
No. I meant like just supporting them like with their career and what they're doing emotionally, I guess, you know. But you know, so sometimes when the woman wants to do that, the guy gets all pissed off and think that they're like masculine or they're focusing on themselves and not focusing enough on the guy. So I mean, it's not all the time, but I mean that does happen often where the guy doesn't want the woman to be like, you know, empowered or something.
Yeah,
so
like what's wrong with a dominant woman?
What's wrong with equal partnership?
Well,
like, I don't understand.
I don't understand
why
the traditional role of a man and a woman.
Because you asked the question why, what's wrong with it? That's why men leave.
Yeah, okay.
Because you should know.
Because we're asking questions?
No, because it's the mindset.
We're asking questions.
No, it's the traditional role of man and woman.
Traditional roles matter.
Right.
Here it's like, oh,
no, I get
can be a man too. I'm going to argue what you're saying. It's like, we don't want that as men.
100%. And like the issue with it is I feel like women we're kind of conditioned to take this role and to be so combative and to be like masculine by men because you guys act like.
It's the culture.
Well, I will admit, the culture here does breed this to happen.
Yeah.
But let's say you do want to find a man, you got to do what's going to work for you and work for him as well. Not just you.
Yeah.
But.
Because I've always wondered that too.
Because you asked earlier what's wrong with a woman standing up for herself or something like that. That was your question?
Yeah, what's wrong with a woman like arguing back?
Okay. Let's go ahead into a dream situation real fast, right?
Only poor people argue. That's like a poor people hobby. Like, oh, we had some drama at the house today. Like, no, you're poor and you have nothing to do. That's a poor people hobby.
All right. So let's say hypothetically, right? Me and you were in a relationship, and I spent 2 hours to get dressed every single time, right? I was more concerned with going shopping and fashion and buying nice shoes and belts than you were. I take significantly longer than you to do everything because I need to make sure I'm always looking pristine when I walk outside, right? I get my nails done, I get pedicures, etc. I'm not gay or anything, but I'm just extremely worried about my looks. Would that annoy you?
Yeah, it would.
It would, right?
As a man.
It would it annoy you too?
Are you saying
as a man? Yeah, would it annoy you?
I mean.
Okay, that's fine. Would it annoy you?
No.
If we're doing it together,
Taking 2 hours to get ready?
Maybe not.
I don't even take 2 hours to get ready.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, then I would be annoyed.
If I'm taking 2 to 3 hours to get ready, I spend a bunch of money on fashion. I'm always trying to be, you know, the best dressed. I'm going to get manicures, etc. Getting a haircut every 2 days.
I would have.
Would that be annoying?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? Would that be annoying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Would that be annoying?
Yeah.
What about you? Would that be annoying for you as well?
That wouldn't annoy me at all.
I was sorry. You wanted to say something?
If my man did that,
Yes.
would I be annoyed?
Yes.
Am I paying for it?
Maybe sometimes because it does cost.
You're paying the ultimate price for your time.
Yeah. Maybe you'll pay a little bit of it because it's so expensive.
Set boundaries.
Yes.
Oh, so you can only take an hour to get ready or whatever now?
An hour is a good amount of time.
No, but he normally takes 2 to 3.
Oh my goodness.
As a man?
Yeah, as a
Yeah,
man.
it might be fresh. He could start getting ready earlier.
All right, so it would annoy you then. Okay, what about you? Would it annoy you? He takes more, you know, care of his presence and his looks than you do?
Me?
The guy, yeah, that you're in a relationship with a guy that's metro.
It wouldn't bother me, honestly.
Would it bother you? Okay, that's fine.
No?
What about you? Would it bother you?
If he's just metrosexual, that's okay.
No, but he spends a bunch of money on clothes, on his hair. He spends more than you, and he spends more time. It takes him hours to get dressed. Would that annoy you?
I've been dating somebody like that was okay. As long as you're not narcissist.
That's a part
All about preference and dating.
Yeah, but that essentially makes you a narcissist when you're spending that much time on your appearance.
How does a narcissistic trait might not necessarily make you a narcissist, though.
Okay.
Definitely a narcissistic trait.
Can we let her answer, please? Go ahead. Would that annoy you?
2 hours maybe too much. Yeah.
Okay. What about you? Would that annoy you?
I mean, I would want my man to obviously upkeep himself and look.
Yeah, but we're not talking about upkeep. We're talking about overkeep.
I mean, if it was, because you know what, I'm not gonna lie, I take 2 hours to get ready. Like,
Yeah.
You're a girl. That's normal.
Exactly.
That's normal.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm trying
But
to
if
see
your
where he's trying to
guy
go.
was taking 2
I wanna see
hours
where he's going
every
with this.
single time.
Yeah, like what are you
Like
doing?
you're sitting on the couch
Yeah.
waiting, like, babe, are you ready? Babe, are you ready?
Yeah, I would
Babe,
get
are you ready?
annoyed probably, especially if I'm ready before you. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So would that be annoying? Would that be annoying for you? He spends all this time to get ready, all this money to buy clothing and shoes and accessories and manicures, etc. Would that
I mean, if he's
annoy
looking
you?
good, you know what I'm saying? Right.
2 hours every
Okay,
time.
2 hours would annoy me, yes.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Holy.
Okay.
I'm the only one.
The reason why I said that. The
Are
reason
these
why I
supposed
said
to be
that.
yes or no questions?
Well, I'm going somewhere with this. Just like most of you, because most of you said it would annoy you, that's how men feel about women that behave like men. Why the hell would you want to be with a guy that behaves like a woman, taking all this time to get dressed, etc.? You'd be annoyed by it. Well, we're annoyed by girls that want to talk back to us, disagree with us, challenge our authority, act like men, be disagreeable.
But are you
men
saying
don't
that's
like
what
that.
men do?
I'm sorry?
But are you saying that's what men do?
It's an example.
What do you mean?
Okay.
What do you mean
No,
by?
I was just clarifying.
What do you mean that's what men do?
I was just clarifying.
It was like an analogy.
Because you
It's
were saying
analogy.
that women. No, yeah.
Yeah, so the same
Right.
annoyance that you would have for that guy taking all this time to get dressed and being a diva,
Right.
that's how we feel about masculine women.
Okay.
I feel like those aren't
It's not attractive for you as a lady
comparable.
to behave like a man, just like it's not attractive for us to behave like a lady
Right.
when you're a woman.
I can agree with
no,
that.
I get that. Yeah. But you said like arguing and everything, but I'm like, is that just what men do? But yeah. No, I get what you mean.
No, we don't like arguing
No,
with
no,
a girl at all.
I get it. I get it. Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah.
You said it's not comparable?
Stupid.
I don't think those two, like,
Why
I
not?
feel like that's not a good analogy,
Valentisi.
like, whatsoever.
Tipped $500. Valentisi ranted from Rumble and says 28 years old multi-millionaire here. All you girls are bums, and no, I don't mean financially. You would do well to just shut up, listen and try to understand what these men are telling you.
Okay,
Yeah.
He ain't playing.